July 16th, regular meeting of Harrison County Board of Education. At this time, let's stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, do we have any delegations?
I do not have.
All right, brings us down to the superintendent's update.
Mr. President, I have a couple things in response. Ms. Messenger is not here tonight, but we were able to, or Jimmy, I asked Jimmy to explore the property on the other side of the interstate, if you can remember that discussion.
Right.
We were able to get some information, and originally it was listed for $400,000 by Howard Hanna 2 years ago. They now believe you can get it around $100 or $2,000 per acre. This is just the discussion, and there's about 75 acres, so that'd be about 150,000. There could be possibly access to Catawba Heights. These are some of the things. It has the site. It shows it. Where that site actually exists. You would not have access off the interstate. You would have to go. Is that Angela? We were talking about. Is that Netter or Stonewood? What is this?
It's like Stonewood.
No, it'd be,
You go through
yeah, it'd be
Stonewood.
the Quiet Dell.
Quietdale.
Quietdale.
So I have that,
You'd have 10 million in infrastructure to get from the interstate to it.
and as it relates to the timber,
Into the top of the hill, into the.
there is the possibility of timbering, and a conservative estimate of what the value of the timber would be between $50,000 and $100,000 range. But it goes into a pretty elaborate discussion from the information we were able to gather. We were able to gather some of the information that I met with him on December 5th, 2016, going on 3 years ago. And some of that, the types of trees that are up are mixed oak, maple, white ash. Anyhow, it goes into some different obstacles that we may, it would require a road, it would require some deed transfers and things of that nature. But I'll share that with the board, and I'll save it, or make a copy, Angela, please, and then, because I know Kristen wanted
all
that. So
this that I have?
Please,
Yes, sir.
and so she has it
There you go.
at the appropriate time. Mr. President, we are in the process of, and Mr. Lopez is working, and we have it advertised to secure a architect, or at least a short list of architectural firms that perhaps the board would like to interview. If I understood that correctly, we'll set up interview dates once we have everything and let you know. I think, Mr. President, I really don't have anything else to share. Facilities, obviously, this summer work is taking place. There's a lot going on. There was a nice article, I guess today, in the newspaper about some of the things we're doing around the county, and we're moving ahead. So I'll certainly answer any questions.
When we're talking about the architects and everything, I think that might be a meeting that we may want to make a special meeting just to talk.
We'll make
so,
that. I
so
will
it could
make
be a focus.
I will make that a
just
special meeting.
on that. And,
There'll be one agenda item. That will be it. I envision in the next couple of weeks being able to
well, that's
get
why
that
I
date
think
set
we
up.
need to get started as quickly as possible. So
I
we
would like to
get-
do that, and as soon as we can. And I'll be honest with you, I don't know the status yet of how many people have shown interest. I think I think tentatively what I noticed the other day, what Jimmy was mentioning, to be something like there were 3 that had shown interest. I don't know if there's any additional ones. Michael?
Yes, with the bus drivers, are we looking, do we have good numbers this year? Are we going to be short with our bus drivers?
Well, nothing's been brought to my attention of any concern. Dora, is there anything you'd like to speak
No,
to?
we're where we're at. We had several subs and they've gotten jobs. So
Can you hear her, Michael?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah,
hear
we've had 2 of our subs get regular runs, and he's in the process. They're training several right now, so We're about where we were at.
I think we feel fairly comfortable right now, Michael.
Yeah.
Okay.
At least there's nothing right now that has, Jimmy's not raising any concern to me. And so we feel fairly comfortable. We'll certainly keep you apprised if there's any issues, but right now we feel pretty good.
Okay, thank you.
That's it, Mr. President. That's all I have to. Okay.
All right. So you had mentioned the dates in August. Do we want to change the meeting date in August?
Yeah, and I will be out of town August 3rd through the 10th, so we do have tentatively a board meeting scheduled for August 6th, I think.
Yes.
Tuesday, August 6th.
You're gonna be out when?
I'll be out from August 3rd through the 10th.
So.
So if we could change that 6th to the, I guess, to the 13th?
12th, or
Okay,
Whatever.
when is our next meeting after August 3rd?
After
Right.
the 6th
After the
is
6th?
the retreat,
Okay,
and then we have a regular meeting scheduled for the 20th.
okay.
But he also has a proposition about that meeting, maybe joining that with this meeting instead of coming back for that one.
So we have a meeting on the 23rd is our next one, correct?
Uh-huh.
Of
So do
July
you-
now.
July. We're
We're talking about August, Michael.
Do you want to do one on
Right,
the 12th or
right.
the 13th or the 6th? That way she can get
Yeah.
more personnel
Yeah.
placed?
Yeah,
Which would you rather have? The 12th or the 13th?
I mean, I'm flexible either way. I don't care if it's Monday or
about-
Tuesday.
And get in, well, I guess we have to have it at 6. It'd be a
Yeah,
regular
it's
meeting.
got to be an easy, evening meeting.
It doesn't make a difference to me.
We have new employee orientation.
So we'd
August
like to
14th?
get them on the
Yeah,
12th if
retreat.
we could.
In the
So
calendar?
the 12th would be calendars.
Okay,
Oh,
That would
12th?
give us a day to notify anybody that we
Then
hired.
why they?
Yeah, that would give them time to get in touch
Okay.
with people so that
12.
they can make
It's
the
on the website.
orientation, new
We
employee
released it Monday. That's
orientation
supposed to be at 8.
and then the 20th is going to be,
on the day of the, one of those days of the retreat. And we can combine it. if-
Yeah, and the only thing I'd say, as long as there's nothing
it'll be a separate meeting.
pressing on there,
within the-
because I wouldn't want to have a meeting out of the county
Right. And
Yeah, that-
and have folks that want to come for a
Right.
specific
No,
topic.
Right.
So if we.
It'll be very,
If we just
generic.
take care of personnel or
But no
something,
single
where we
meeting.
wouldn't have a delegation on anyway.
All right. So we're looking at August 12th? Okay.
So
August
Monday,
12th.
August 12th?
Yeah,
6 o'clock,
August 12th at 6 o'clock.
yes.
Did you hear that, Michael?
Correct.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Now, do we have a meeting on the August 2nd? I have that in my calendar. for some reason.
Now, that's what.
That's what we're moving. That's the one we're changing to the 12th.
All right.
Now, we have one on the 20th, so you want to just have,
we're gonna have a,
Let's combine the one on the 20th with the retreat.
yes, but he
But it'll be a
still wants
But
it
it'll be a separate meeting.
Okay.
We'll have a separate meeting, but we were talking, Gary mentioned not to put anything major on it.
Because I wouldn't want to have
Because
a
we
meeting
wanna have a
out of
meeting,
the
somebody
county if
comes.
someone was going to come and speak about delegation, so
Okay,
basically.
when's the
personnel.
retreat, just so I can make sure?
The 18th and the 19th.
18th and 19th of August,
All right.
and it'll be what, we started on,
We usually meet down there and start the meeting about 1.
we meet at
Yeah.
noon.
We meet at noon for
and then
lunch.
Lunch, okay, then 1 o'clock, okay.
And so we can have that special meeting start right then if you want, and then have, or even have that in towards the evening, however you all want to do it.
On a
Let's
Sunday,
do it on a Monday.
Monday, yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Monday
Yeah, let's do a
morning?
special meeting on Monday morning.
Okay.
okay, now that Monday morning, is that when the principals and all are coming?
Well, that,
That is still
Typically.
kind of a bit in limbo. We
Yeah.
need to further discuss that as to the,
Well, if we just say Monday morning for the meeting, then you work around that.
yeah, go ahead and make your, the
We have-
business
Special-
meeting
Special meeting.
of the board, special meeting, business, and then we'll work around it. Donna and I'll work around that too.
all right, we'll figure it out.
If we do have the principals, if we do have them, can we break them up to where we have elementary one time and then high, middle and high? In other words, instead of having them all come together, to me, it becomes one of them clustering messes there, you know, because we're trying to talk elementary, we're trying to talk secondary. This way here, we talk elementary, then we can separate and talk, you know, secondary.
I think we did that last year, didn't we?
And in fact, I think we did do that.
Yeah, we
And-
broke them
and
up
we
into
kinda broke them,
segments.
yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay, because,
Let's get that guy back, give you that dissertation.
Do what?
The guy that gave you that dissertation on the history lesson.
okay.
Oh, that was our.
So the
that was our buddy
20th
of mine.
is out now.
That's it, brother, you're done.
I'm
The 20th will be combined with the 18th and 19th meeting.
All right, okay, now. when's
All
the
right,
next-
so are there any other adjustments for dates for meetings?
So, I've got 12.
It would be, that's not the first.
You got, yeah, the 12th at 6 PM,
Right.
and then we have
September 3rd.
the 18th and 19th
So we wouldn't have any.
Right.
will be our retreat, and the meeting that was supposed to take place on the 20th,
better
we
be
will
pushing
now
it.
have
We better be done
on the
anyway.
19th, prior to our second session with the
Gotcha.
Okay,
retreat.
so then we won't, then our next meeting will be September 3rd, you said?
Yes, sir.
So,
September
okay,
3rd, Back on track.
all right.
Now, we still have the, don't get confused, we
July-
have
July
July
23rd.
23rd,
Yes,
which
sir.
is a week from today.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I didn't get confused.
That's the special one, and that's gonna be at noon.
No, I wasn't talking about you.
That's gonna be a nooner, right?
A noon?
A nooner.
I had it down for noon.
That's what I was,
Okay.
I had down.
If there are no other adjustments, then let's move on to the next item on our agenda. And that would be approval of the consent items. Is there a motion to approve the consent items as presented?
So moved.
That motion.
Mr. Hoag has made the motion. Mr. Doherty, did you second?
Yes, I think so.
I second.
All right. Is there any discussion on consent items? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. All right. Next item is out-of-state professional leave requests. Is there a motion to accept the out-of-state professional leave requests?
So moved.
I make the motion.
Mr. Hamrick has made the motion. Mr. Doherty, would you like to second?
Second.
All right.
All right,
Is
before
there
we
any
vote-
discussion?
Yeah, I'd like to look here for a second.
There's just one.
Oh, just one?
Uh-huh.
Well, in the heck, okay. New business, and I don't know, boys and girls,
Here it is. It's paid for by,
Denver,
paid for by the state.
Colorado. Okay, all right, good, I'm good.
You're good?
Okay.
Yeah, take the vote now.
No further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. This brings us down to the Memorandum of Understanding with WVU Extension Service Family Nutrition Program. Is there a motion to accept? Oh, there's Kristen. Hello.
Hey, Frank.
Hey, can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
Okay.
I am so sorry. I was trying to call in, and for some reason, I'm not getting any connection. But I just got it.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, I'm good.
All right. We are on the Memorandum of Understanding for West Virginia
Okay.
West Virginia Extension Services. So you can-
Okay.
All right, is there a motion to accept the Memorandum of Understanding for WV Extension Services?
So moved.
The motion has been made by Mr. Hamrick. Is there a second?
Second,
Mr. Hoag has seconded the motion. Is there any discussion?
So now, what exactly is this? Is this, we worked with them before? Are they teaching nutrition classes in our schools?
Yes.
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 Last week, they worked with our elementary schools and taught some classes at Robert C. Byrd High School. They provide information on nutrition to students and teachers. They come into the classrooms. It's WVU Extension Service. And they're going to start off with Big Elm at the beginning of the school year if you approve this agreement. They've worked with us for the last several years. It's free.
It's a free service.
yep, that's good.
Yep.
All right, no further questions.
Any further discussion? None. All right. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. All right, this brings us down to personnel matters. There is a personnel recommendation that has been brought as an agenda adjustment, a resignation of Leanne Petrie, family consumer science teacher, full-time 200-day employment term for Robert C. Byrd. So is there a motion to accept the personnel and the personnel agenda adjustment as recommended by the superintendent?
So moved.
Mr. Hamrick has made a motion to accept, Ms. Messenger, would you like to second the motion? Mr. Hamrick had made the motion. All right, Ms. Messenger has seconded the motion. Is there any discussion on personnel matters?
Give me just a second here, let me look here or something.
I did have a discussion as well. Monica Audia, Executive Secretary of Harris County School Board, where is she going within the board office?
She's going to finance, taking, Paula Dennison moved from finance up to the special ed department, and it left that opening. And then Monica's coming from RCB into the county office.
Monica,
Audia.
I'm a huge fan of Monica. I think she's fantastic.
so who are we replacing?
Paula
Paula
Dennison.
Dennison.
Paul
But I
Denson.
thought she was taking another job within the,
She did, she moved up.
And she's
This is
replacing.
Paula's job. Monica's taking
And Sherry Spatafor's old job.
Sherry's Bedford old job.
But then
yeah.
Paula had,
Yeah.
and now Monica will have finance.
so we're hiring another person.
No, we're filling a position that's been vacated.
Paula's going to where Mary Ann Martin
Mary
was.
Ann Martin moved down to Darlene Southern.
Okay.
Okay.
So Darlene's the one that
Yeah.
retired.
Okay,
that caused the
okay.
change.
All right,
Yeah.
now that
It's
starts
because
to
Darlene-
trickle down
Paula's
effect.
open
Darlene,
upstairs, Paula
Mary Ann.
went up.
Yeah,
Monica's
so it's
coming.
All right,
Not a new position.
net of
Okay.
0. Yeah.
okay.
Yes.
So now that means we'll have to replace
Monica at RCB.
at RCB, okay. All right. My lights are on, but there's nobody home.
It's hard to follow.
Who's on
Sometimes
first?
it is.
Because there's a lot, if it looks like that, if it is, I think, if I'm not mistaken, several months ago, Gary insisted, which we all agreed, that we would highlight that, I think in red, and salaries and anything that would be new and things like that.
Okay,
So if you don't see that, it's
just
just,
a normal-
it's
okay.
a normal progression, or somebody has moved from one position to another and everything like that. If it's a new position, well, you'll know that before you walk in here any night,
Okay.
is what we like to do.
okay, that's fine. I mean, I just was wanting to get a little grip on it.
Still holding.
That's what my mom always said. Okay. All right,
Any further discussion? No further discussion. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Personnel agenda has been approved. This brings us down to the adjournment. Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Mr. Hoag has made a motion to adjourn. Mr. Doherty has made the second to adjourn. Is there any discussion on adjournment? No discussion. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. We are adjourned.
Children of peace, go in peace.
All right, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, Frank.
Yes.